Played since 2002, but it's still an intense rivalry.
And the championship on the line. Of course, they're going to let it all hang out. And look at the adrenaline right there, slamming it down. Kittredge just seems to be possessed.
Bo Kittredge is a man on a mission in this game. He does not like to lose. He does not like to get beat. Adam Simon finding Bo Kittredge wide open on the open side.
So Mamabird taking off in the stands as well as on the field. The tournament results so far find Stanford and UC San Diego sharing the spot for third, and losing in the quarterfinals, Georgia, Texas, Washington, and Wisconsin.
The speedy Dan MacArthur and Brownian Motion set to receive the pole. 2-1 Colorado.
I think our style of play is still a more conservative play. A lot of in-cuts, get a lot of passes, work it down the field slowly, as opposed to the more run-and-gun deep shot game.
Well, let's see if Brown University's conservative style of offense can help them tie the game back up at 2-2. The offense has scored each possession so far in this game.
And no advantage to the wind here, being so light. We saw the big downwind advantage in the semifinals.
Paul Vandenberg with the disc, Colin Gottlieb marking him. And Bo gets the big D. He was marking Josh Dipperstein on that point. And Josh, not used to having people as fast as him cover him, had to change his cut up, and Paul Vandenberg miscommunicated with him and threw it to Bo. Richter with the disc about 10 yards out, covered by Josh Dipperstein. Julian Dahl with the disc, covered by Reed Hopkins in red. Back to Josh Ackley for Colorado, covered by Josh Dipperstein. Back to Colin Gottlieb. Gottlieb outside to Josh Ackley. And Paul Vandenberg, a little check on Colin Gottlieb and a little words between Gottlieb and Vandenberg there. Both are fiery players. That could be a contentious battle between the two of them. They shake hands though and make up, and this gets checked in. Paul Vandenberg guarding Colin Gottlieb. Gottlieb with a high backhand to Bo Kittredge. Colorado being very patient on this goal line. And finally, Ackley finds Kittredge for the goal. And the 3-1 lead. That's the first break of the game, Kevin. And it's a huge one for Colorado. Puts Brown on their heels early.
Big celebration, backhands over the head. The symbol for bookends. Defense on one end of the field. The same player runs down and scores at the other end.
And you saw Coach Cat Wilson yelling at his assistant coach, Justin Juice Shacklet, for talking some smack to the Brown guys. That's some unspirited play from the Colorado coach.
Brownian Motion, Mamabird, what's in a name? Colorado 3, Brown 1. Right back into the action. It is currently 7-5, and a lot of action has gone down. Let's look at some highlights of this scoring barrage from both teams.
That was Ackley to Kittredge for the first score. Posar to Zipperstein, the Amherst connection to bring it to 4-2 Colorado. And then Adam Simon goes deep to Bo Kittredge, who just burns past Will Arnold for the score. Josh Zipperstein to Jared Lynn for the score. Jared, the backup quarterback on Brown University's football team. And Justin Salvia can't come up with that throw from Adam Simon. Brown gets the disc, but Ben Sprung can't hold on to it. And Josh Ackley to Adam Simon for the score and the 6-3 Colorado lead. Zipperstein with the big bid, but can't come up. But on a turnover, Brown gets it back. And Michael Vandenberg to Josh Zipperstein for the layout score. Gottlieb with the big hammer overhead. Dan MacArthur gets a D, but Colorado gets it back. And Kittredge again with another score. And Zipperstein with the easy backhand to Reed Hopkins to bring it to 7-5 Colorado. And Ben Wiseman certainly doesn't think it was. Simon and Wiseman discuss the play, goes to the observer, and it's ruled no foul, Brown's disc. Zipperstein on their end zone line. Up to Dan MacArthur, back to Zipperstein with Ackley guarding him. And Zipperstein puts it deep to Will Arnold. Looks like a pick was called somewhere in the middle of that stack. So this is going to go back to Zip.
So we've got the picks, we've got fouls on the throwers, we've got the distance foul. We've got traveling fouls. A lot of different calls can be made in this game.
That is right, Kevin. There are a lot of different calls that can be made, and it seems like Brown and Colorado are calling them all. And Dan MacArthur puts it up deep to Colin Mahoney, but Bo Kittredge outruns him to the spot and gets the D. Kittredge taps the disc back into play after running out of bounds.
Straddling his own goal line right there, so they've got 70 yards of field to cover.
Finds Justin Salvia. Justin Salvia puts it up to Adam Simon. Simon on the line. Finds Gottlieb underneath. Gottlieb back to Simon with a huge bid from Wiseman. To Jolien Dahl. To Bo Kittredge for the score. That was some efficient offense from Colorado to take half 8-5.
And Kittredge with another set of bookends.
Kittredge working with a pulled groin muscle, still able to dominate this game with 6 goals in the first half. Let's kick it down to Kevin on the field with Coach Nathan Wicks from Brown University.
Colorado just seems to be making just a little bit more grabs, maybe some accurate passes. What's going on up there?
We're getting the turns, we're getting the disc, and then we're not quite working hard enough to put it in. I think we're going to keep getting the disc, and it's just going to be a matter of whether we can overcome their O team's defense and put it in. That's going to be the difference in the second half.
Coach Wicks is exactly right. Brown's D team needs to score some points on offense. We go into halftime. Colorado up 8 to Brownian Motion's 5.
Welcome back to Corvallis, Oregon, home of the 2005 UPA College Ultimate Championship. The scoring has become a barrage here among these teams, evenly matched, and they are keeping it close. Kyle, take it to us. What happened?
That was Bowman to Will Arnold for the score, and then Justin Salvia, huge forehand to Colin Gottlieb to bring it to 10-7 Colorado. And then Bowman to Josh Dipperstein with the break mark backhand into the corner. That was a pretty throw. Colorado hits right back with Ackley to Kittredge for Kittredge's 8th goal of the game. And then Dipperstein with the easy backhand to Jared Lynn to bring it to 11-9 Colorado. And then Brown gets a break with Dan MacArthur to Colin Mahoney going over the top.
A tight game, and in Corvallis, Oregon, can only be called a barn burner. With the pull, Colorado.
Jolien Dahl with his spinning pull puts it way downfield, and Colorado's on defense up 13-11. Mike Posar pulls in the pull and hits Paul Vandenberg right away. Brown is in their split stack offense. Paul finds Reed Hopkins. Hopkins with the disc guarded by Jolien Dahl. Dishes it to Mike Posar. Mike Posar and Josh Dipperstein from another high school ultimate powerhouse, Amherst Regional High School up in Amherst, Massachusetts. Paul Vandenberg finds Josh Dipperstein.
So the first team to get to 15 will be the champion for 2005. Brown in red has got to make some quick conversions right now on offense, and they've got a big field in front of them and what looks like a stingy Colorado defense.
Colorado's really stepping up on defense here. They don't want to see Brown working downfield, but that's a nice throw to Mike Posar, opened up downfield, and he finds Josh Dipperstein in the middle, covered by Bo Kittredge.
You got Paul, you got Paul. Come on, JV.
Colorado is forcing forehand here. Paul Vandenberg with the disc breaks the mark outside to Jared Lynn. Jared Lynn with the backhand around to Reed Hopkins. This is good Brown ultimate here. Reed Hopkins to Alex Bowman past the diving Clark Bishop for the score, and 13-12 Colorado. That was a big point for Brown to bring it within 1 point, 13-12. Brown really needed that point. Colorado wanted it badly. They put in a couple starters, including Jolien Dahl and Josh Ackley, but they couldn't pull it out. Now they're a little more tired than they want to be for the offensive point.
Wrap, strong will.
Bishop just an inch away from that D.
Let's go, Bird. Let's see it right here.
Hi, I'm Andy Vallon. This is Ariel Santos. We're both handlers for the Tufts E-Men from Tufts University. We're going to demonstrate some throws today. We're going to show you the flick, the backhand, the hammer, the scuba. Right now I'm going to show you the flick. You want to hold it tight in here. It's used for short throws, used for long throws, all different types of throws. You want to hold it really tight. You want to have that full range of motion with your wrist. A lot of people beginning like to hold it out like this. It kind of gives them more stability and things like that, but it's harder to throw the longer throws. So when you're throwing those longer throws, you want to get it a good grip in tight like this. You want to step out, and you just want to put it.
I'm going to show you the backhand. The backhand is pretty much the same thing as flick, except on the other side of your body. You're going to hold it like this with the thumb on the top, and we get fingers across the back like this. Some people like to hold it with a finger like this. But the main important thing is to hold it very tight and to give it a lot of spin. You step out, get low, and snatch it.
Going to be now showing the hammer. It's held pretty much with the same grip as the flick. It's used a lot in the zone. It's used kind of break the mark. It goes over top. It flies upside down, unlike some of the other throws, and you just use it to throw over the people.
I'm going to show you the scuba now. The scuba is held the same way as the flick, except it's upside down. It starts all the way from upside down as opposed to the hammer that starts like this. It's really for short throws. You just want to get it over the cup and over the defenders that are in front of you. So you just go like this, release it from up high, and pop it over the head.
There are a million more combos, but those are the 4 basic throws of ultimate.